Tell It Right podcast.
Obi.
All right. No, we're not. We're not ready yet. Okay, we're ready. We're ready.
All right.
All right. Welcome everybody. Episode 75. Tell It Right podcast. I'm Mike, and Jared's back. Yay! Welcome back. Jared's been gone.
I made it.
Yeah, you made it. You made it. You made it, brother. You're here. You're here. Actually, every word that I want to use right now that would rhyme with what I'm saying is just queer, and I don't want to say that. That's just fucking weird.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, fucking A, man. Yeah, man, it's been a while. It's been a few weeks here. First things first. Happy belated Star Wars Day, Jared.
Yeah,
we didn't get to meet. Yeah, we didn't get to meet on the 4th, but we're fucking here, and we got some Star Wars themes here today, man.
Yeah,
it's just
got my
shit's going down.
Shirt on.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's been some really good reasoning here for our lapse in time here for our gaps, and I'm glad it kind of happened this way because Jared got to travel to a galaxy far, far away where you can't say gay, and it's also known as America's dong.
Yeah.
So Jared, tell us where you were last week or the other day, whenever the fuck it was.
I was in America's penis, which would be Florida.
It would be the show the boys. You're just fucking walking in some dude's peen and touching the ridges on the side.
I mean, Ruffles has ridges, you know.
They do. They do.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was down in Florida.
Fucking. Well, tell us what you did in Florida.
Well, so my father moved to Florida, and I helped him move, and it was a nightmare. I'll tell you that much.
Well,
Never drive a Penske truck from Illinois to Florida
with an IROC Z28 on the fucking back of it too.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not a Z28 though, right?
No, it's a Firebird. It's a transient.
Okay, transient. All right.
Either way,
close enough.
Either way, we had a 16-foot Penske truck and with a trailer with a car on it that could only do like 57 miles per hour.
That's rough, dude. What the
and we
fuck?
had to drive like basically 1,200 miles. The truck only got 13 miles to the gallon.
Oh God! How many times did you fill up?
I think 3. If you don't include the initial fill up. So
I bet you I can. I bet you I can make it there with my Ford Fusion from Tinley Park, Illinois to wherever, Orlando. No, maybe I need a tank. At least one tank, actually. I can make it there with 2 tanks. I'm a 2-tank guy. I can do it.
2-tank? Yeah.
2-tank. 2-tank Mike.
Yeah, we're going to call you 2-tank Mike from now on.
And I'm going to compete with 2-turn Tony.
Yeah.
2-turn Tony and 2-turn Mate.
Yeah, 2-tank.
2-turn tank. Ching chong.
So drove straight through, which took the entirety of 24 hours. We literally, I don't know, what his thought process was, but we got on the road at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, why aren't we leaving at 4?
At 3 at least.
Yeah, something just why 9? That's the worst idea.
Yeah.
And so then we got there at 9 in the morning down there, drove straight through. I was like, this is just miserable.
So you left at 9 a.m. the one day and then got there 24 hours later.
Yes.
Oh, we're at the house. It's 9 a.m.
So we pull up and I get out of the truck and I'm like, that's it. I'm going to sleep. Leave me alone.
Fucking die. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm going to sleep.
Of course, nothing's set up, so I'm on an air mattress, but that didn't really fucking matter. I was dead tired.
Yeah.
So it was probably 10:30, 11 by the time I got all settled in. I pass out, and I get a knock on the door, It's my dad at 2 in the afternoon. He's like, we have to empty the truck out because I need to return it so I don't get charged for an extra day. I'm like, God bless America. So I get out, I get up. So I've slept for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Right? It's 93 degrees outside, humid. It's Florida. The truck obviously has been sitting out there baking. So the back of the truck is probably like 100 and something.
Wait, before you go on, the back of the truck, like the whole truck probably smelled like. So you didn't know this. I didn't actually tell you about this, but like a few weeks ago, me and my dad, we went to a Taekwondo. Hold on. Hear me out here. We went to a Taekwondo dojo. We started moving rails. All right, like they're remodeling and shit. I don't know how we got the job, but we got the job, and I'm like standing in there, and like it's just like fucking this nasty ass like sweat. It's this Korean sweat that's just going on in there, you know. And that's what I imagine this Penske. That's what I imagine this like Penske truck smells like. It's just like this Korean sweat, you know.
Pretty much.
Like fucking mad Korean sweat.
Like a sweaty jockstrap type.
A Korean jockstrap.
Yeah, Korean jock. So we empty it out. We get the car unloaded. And I'm like, all right, now what? So then we had to go and return the truck, which for some reason, like the guy that was checking it in took fucking forever.
Oh, yeah, it's
I'm like, this is just miserable.
Guy probably hasn't seen people in days.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we get it all said and done. We get back, and I'm like, I haven't eaten shit. I've just been tired. They're like, oh, we can grill some hamburgers and this and that. And I'm like...
You already had a grill set up?
Yeah.
You guys work fast. Holy shit. It'd be like the last thing that gets set up is the fucking grill. Like, what the fuck?
Well, it unloaded and whatever. It was miserable. Like, the whole thing.
So did you fry up some alligators?
No, we just had hamburgers, which actually they were those frozen ones, and they actually turned out really good. I have to find out what brand they were.
That can happen, yeah. Oh,
yeah, they're like pre-seasoned and everything. So,
oh wow, that's
and they didn't have any
amazing.
condiments, so I ended up using like A1 sauce on a hamburger, which it actually turned out okay.
Like you sound like a kid that like not that you're a kid right now, but I'm just saying you sound like that kid that like grew up in like the south side of Chicago, like fucking like the show like Shameless. You sound like that. Like, yeah, we can't have condiments because Dad keeps going to the bar getting fucking drunk every weekend. But we got A1 sauce, you know. And actually, that's probably pretty high up for Shameless to have A1 sauce. But hey, yeah. I'm just saying, like, that's pretty wild. Like, you got through a burger with A1 sauce.
It was decent. I've never had it before.
It's good.
You should try it. You should try it. Like,
I think I'm
that's
gonna.
All that was on it though. Like, it was
like no salt or pepper.
No, it was a pre-seasoned.
Oh, right.
Patty,
you did say that. Yeah, you did say that.
There was no like onions or lettuce or cheese or anything. So I'm eating like burger,
like real stuff,
and A1 sauce. Like that's it. And then they cooked up some tater tots that were frozen. I'm like, this is just like
shit.
Haven't you people heard of like takeout? Like you could have just ordered something.
I'm going to disagree with you there. Like you guys just moved in. You got like fucking burgers and A1 sauce and then fucking tater tots. Like, fuck, bro. Like that's more than what most people have in life. You know what I mean?
I think the idea was they were just trying to pawn off their last of their bullshit on me, so that I'd eat it and then they could go and replenish. Like this was like food that they brought with,
so they could go to sleep at night knowing, we took care of them.
Yeah, and I'm like, so that was just. I'm like, whatever, just give me food. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I ended up going to bed at like 7:30 or 8. And
it's not like Jared, guys. If anybody wants to know Jared's sleep habits, he's usually like up till like midnight, every night. Just sending memes and just weird bullshit. Like he's asking you what kind of underwear you're wearing at night and shit. It's fucking wild. Yeah. It's just like You
What
just kind of like,
pajamas do you have on?
I just got like the jocks on right now. Not a big deal, you know. He's like, oh, cool, you know.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, I mean that was just terrible. And then the next day was so like that night though. So my stepmom's daughter lives down there, and she actually works for Disney. Actually, like as a corporate person, and
yeah.
she came over and ate A1 burgers with us, and come to find out, like she's like, "Oh yeah, I can take you to Disney World whenever you want. I get people in for free." So
Whoa.
the next day,
Previous.
she's like, "We can go tomorrow," and I'm like, "Can we go to Galaxy's Edge Star Wars? Because I've wanted
Yeah.
to go."
Why would we want to go to Magic Kingdom? Like,
No, I'm not.
no.
I'm not
Let's see here.
for-
Why would we want to pull the sword out of the fucking stone, guys?
No.
Like, why would we want to go to see that it's a small world after all? We know it's a big fucking world out there.
Yeah,
Just you
It's
happen to
flat,
run into
too.
people you know.
it's flat.
I didn't bring up
anyway.
the flat shit, everybody. I just want to make that a note. I want to be clear about that. I didn't bring up the flat shit.
So, anyways, she's like, "Yeah, I can get you," and I'm like, "Okay, we're doing this." They're like, everybody else is like, "Okay." So like, we planned it out and ended up going to Galaxy's Edge the next day.
What is that like? I mean, like, I see this shit on TikTok. Like, you could be a fucking bounty hunter. Like, you could be a stormtrooper. You could just have a fucking lightsaber and just get, like, comments all fucking day, man.
You
More comments than on this podcast, for
Yeah.
show.
you can literally spend the whole day just in that section. Like it's the largest
I
portion
would.
of
I
that
would.
park. I think it's Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
So I got to go on. The first thing we did was the Tower of Terror. That's there. I've never
Ooh.
been on that. Like
Okay.
everybody kept on asking me. They're
Like the Hotel Tower of Terror?
yeah. They're like, have
Yeah,
you ever been
yeah.
on any of these rides? Or have you ever? I'm like, last time I was here, I was 4 years old. So it's been 34 years since I've been to Disney.
Yeah, that's a long time. Holy fuck.
So I haven't been on shit. Like the Tower of Terror has only been there 30 years. So I've literally never even seen it in person.
Wait, real quick, did you ever see the movie?
What?
The Tower of
Tower.
Terror?
No.
No, the movie came out after they made the ride. It's stupid. It was the dumbest movie ever. That's
Isn't
all
it
I
the
was
Twilight
gonna say.
Zone? Like, isn't that the whole idea? Is it's the Twilight Zone?
Maybe it was a Twilight Zone thing, and then they actually made a stupid gay movie about it.
I think.
I don't know. Yeah. And maybe it was cool when it was Twilight Zone, and then it's like, dude, let's build the fucking Hotel Tower of Terror. But then, like, after they built the Hotel Tower of Terror, they're like, oh, let's make a movie about it.
Yeah.
And then they made it, and then they're probably like, fuck, it was gay. Why did we do that? Like, nobody knows about it. Like, you don't know about it. Like,
Yeah.
I guarantee all the people listening right now, they're like, what's this fucking retard talking about? Like, the Hotel Tower of Terror, I've never seen that movie. Like, because it's the dumbest movie that's ever been made. So
I'd imagine so.
You're never going to see it. You never will see it. I won't let you. And I'm not talking to you, Jared. I'm talking to everybody listening. I won't let you see it. That's just how it is.
Is it worse than that porn that you made me watch in your garage?
No, actually, that porn we watched in my garage was a lot cooler than the Hotel Tower of Terror. No, like, the Hotel Tower of Terror was, like, Disney Channel special. Like,
okay.
you know, like that kind of
Like
acting.
a Hallmark movie.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Yeah, it's 100% like a Disney Channel horror Hallmark movie, and it's just
Okay.
lame. You're not even scared. You're like, oh, cool, a ghost on the
Yeah.
13th floor. Oh, cool. You know, yeah, it's dumbest movie that was ever made. Like, that's like a low point on Disney's like list.
Mhm.
Like Disney's done a lot of fucked up shit. Like, I mean, like, they got a movie where they used the N word in it. Well, they used to. They kind of banned it. Actually, now if you watch some of these Disney, like these old Disney movies on Disney Plus, they have a fucking disclaimer to tell you, like, hey, we're not going to edit this, but hey, we don't condone this nowadays. But back in the day, people did, and we just still don't condone it. But
Yeah.
we're going to show it how it is. We popped on the Jungle Book yesterday, and I saw that. I'm like, what are they? Like, are they just throwing racial slurs in this fucking movie the whole time? Like, what?
That's
Why
weird.
the fuck do we need a disclaimer for the original Jungle Book movie? You know. But like, I forget what it was called. It was like EIUIO or something, or no, that's not what it was called. My dad got a bootleg of this Disney movie with all the racist slangs that were used back then that you won't find today.
Interesting.
Sorry, guys. I went on a fucking rant there. I want to hear about fucking the Galaxy's Edge. I want to hear about the fucking Millennium Falcon right here. What's going on? Wait, before we get to that, did you look into the bounty hunter thing?
Yeah, you can you download like an app thing, the Disney Play app, and you can like go around and like I used it to like you can hack ships. And you can go
Is it
on, like,
free or
stuff.
did you have to pay?
No,
okay.
It's free. It's just an
free
app
for everybody or just free for you? Because you had the...
No, it was free everybody. You just download the app and like you can do whatever, and you can there's like games you can go through. But I mean, it was like I said, you could spend the whole day just in that section. Like you could go to nothing else there and have probably had a pretty good time. So I went on the what's it called? The God damn it, what's that ride? Well, I went on the Millennium Falcon ride. But
what's the other ride?
Rise of the Rebellion.
What?
I think. So like it's actually pretty badass.
Is it like Back to the Future where you just sit in like the one thing and it's just like a big screen around you and it moves around and it makes you feel like you're moving?
No, not at all. Like this one is probably the most immersive ride I've ever gone on. So
that's
a
crazy word you use just there, immersive.
Yeah.
Let's hear this.
Okay, so not the line sucks. That's number one, but you get through that. So you get into this thing, and like it's like one of those things where you're standing there, and the animatronic things are above you. So there's like BB-8, and then there's like a hologram of Rey, and they're like, "Oh, we need your help," and blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Okay,
fucking Rey
suck."
She can go fuck herself.
So you get out of there, like these two big doors open, and you get onto this ship that's like a transport ship that's sitting out there. Like it's physical, like you see it transport ship.
Ice Cube or Ice Cube's kid there. Did he pop up? He's
no.
Like, hey, we're gonna go fly on the ship, bro.
No.
Hey, bro, we're gonna go fly on the ship.
Yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr. wasn't there. So you get on this ship, and one of those like those fish people is flying it.
Oh yeah, the ones that Grogu is eating all the babies.
No.
Of the fish people.
No, like Captain.
Oh, those are frog people.
The squid-looking guy. He's like,
no, I know. Yeah, the Squidward guy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The guy from
SpongeBob.
No, Jedi.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Fucking Admiral Aardvark.
Akbar. Anyway, so one of those fish guys is like flying it. He's like, "Oh, we got to get up and past these Star Destroyers because we're getting off the planet." So it's like one of those where you're watching the screen and the floor is kind of moving, but you're standing up and holding on to like a railing. Like bus.
You're in the battle is what's happening. Yeah, you're getting shot with phasers. Yeah.
Yeah, you get sucked into a tractor beam and then you're like stuck on one of these ships.
The worst. Yeah.
So then the doors, like the same doors that you went into, like you were outside, like open up and you're in a docking bay and there's like a bunch of stormtroopers lined up and there's TIE fighters like on the wall, like
real stormtroopers or just like
they're just like
they got the mannequins. 3D screen.
No, it's real. They're like mannequins.
Oh, mannequins. Like wax museum sort of
there's
shit.
Probably like 25 of them like lined up, like standing in a line.
That's
and then there's like life-size TIE fighters on the walls. Like you're in a docking bay.
Like they literally built TIE fighters?
Yeah. It's pretty badass, dude.
I asked my Uncle Bob, like, we'll say 25 years ago. We'll say like 25 years ago. Like I got like, all right, so this is how retarded I am. So when I was a kid, I got the X-Wing, the Luke Skywalker X-Wing for Christmas, all right? It came with a set of fucking blueprints. So I thought they were real blueprints. I thought I could build a fucking X-Wing. You know, I'm like, fuck. And I go to my dad, and I'm like, Dad, can we build this? I shit you not. I asked this.
Mhm.
Dad looked at me, and he's like, like my dad's a pipe fitter, so he knows how to read blueprints. And he just goes, motherfucker's just like, oh, ask your Uncle Bob. He could probably do it. Like so nonchalant. Just like, you know, when we looked up if women wear cups, and I was just like, yeah sure. It was exactly like that. He's like, yeah, sure, Uncle Bob could do it. So it's like Easter one day, and I go up to Uncle Bob, and I pull out these blueprints, and I'm like, hey, do you think you can build this? And I'm like dead serious. I'm like thinking like he can just like get a bunch of wood and just build this. Like I didn't want it. I didn't actually think he can make it fly, but I'm like, we could build it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what he said, but I know he looked at it, and he's just like, is this my brother fucking with me right now? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's just like, I think he said something like, yeah, sure, we'll build it. And then that's all it was. But,
Yeah. But I mean, it was a full-size TIE fighter, like on the wall.
that's crazy. It's just
Like,
crazy.
you know, remember in the Force Awakens when they like have to fly it and it's stuck to that like umbilical?
Yeah, it was
It's
like that.
Yeah, they're like
That's
stacked.
exactly what I was thinking about just now when you were
Yeah.
saying this. It's like on the wall. I'm like, oh, dude, it's like fucking.
Yeah. And so like behind
It's
the
like the Ray
stormtroopers-
movies.
Yeah, behind the stormtroopers is like space. You know what I mean? Like
That's wild.
like you're looking out onto space and it's, you know, you
Yeah.
just got tractor beamed to the docking bay. Anyway, so
fucking A.
then it's all the Imperial guards and everything are like, you get over here, you're being imprisoned and this and that. And they actually
Damn.
like line you up
Fuck
and then they
them,
put you
dude.
into a prison cell.
Yeah, wow.
And you're-
Some fucking nerve they got.
Right. So
Yeah.
you're in this prison cell and you're just like waiting there. And then you hear like
You're there for like 3
clunking.
hours, part of this ride. And then they're like, all right, come on, let's go.
It was maybe a whole like 30 seconds. You're just
Right.
You hear like clunking and clinking, and then like all of a sudden like somebody's like cutting through the wall. It's pretty badass. Like it looks like somebody's like actually like torching the wall open
Wow.
and they like pull the thing away and they're like, "Come on, we're rescuing you." It's like a person, and you get onto these little like droid like transport things, kind of like in The Mandalorian, where like the droid was like carting
On the
them
lava?
around.
On
Yeah,
the lava? Yeah,
Kinda
the lava.
like that.
The lava
Kinda
boat?
like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is just like a
Not lava?
6-seater. Yeah, it's like a 6-seater, you know, thing.
It
And there's a
was
droid
a
on the front.
It was a 6-seater speeder with a droid
Yeah.
on the front.
Yeah, with a sure.
It had a V8
So
in it.
but what's crazy is like they're not on tracks. It's
Yeah.
literally like a go-kart, and it's following. I like looked it up, and there's like guide wires in the ground, and like magnets that tell sensors what to do. But it's like free driving around.
It's like
So
Tron.
you like, yeah.
This is
So
like
like
Tron.
you fly through,
it
and like you
sounds
go into this one. Like the doors open up, and all of a sudden there's AT-ATs. Like there's like 3 AT-ATs above you. And
He
you
means
drive-
AT-ATs. Who the fuck says AT-AT? Like, oh yeah, the fucking
millennials.
AT-ATs are here. Fuck you,
Millennial.
millennials. I'm a millennial. I don't say fucking AT-AT. It's an AT-AT, you
It's
fucking
not.
cocksuckers.
AT-AT.
Eat my
Any-
ass. All right, go on.
So you go between the legs of them, and like you're driving,
Ooh.
it, and then,
Kim Kardashian style.
yeah. So you fly up through there, and then, like, that doesn't work out. So you turn around, you go a different way. You go on this like elevator thing, and it raises you up. You go up like literally a story. You back up, and then there's like those pulse cannons, like as they're firing and they're shooting out, and they're like,
Yeah.
you know, they're like, and you like fly, you ride underneath them as they're like shooting.
Wow. Dude, that's
then-
intense.
Yeah, and then you end up getting into like an escape pod with these things, and you drop, and it's kind of cool because it's like you're watching it, and you feel like you're dropping, and you fly down, and then That's kind of
How
how
do
the
they do
ride
it?
ends. I don't know. It's
How do they
badass.
fucking do it? You must have to be lowered down at the end there.
Something.
You know?
Maybe it's like
Fucking-
another. I don't know. But yeah, like we go down.
Look,
and-
sir, droids.
Yeah. But yeah, so the escape pod like lands, and it opens up, and you're outside. And you're like, what? The fuck?
What?
Like literally outside. And then it goes and it like rides along this thing and parks.
And then everyone's clapping. You made it!
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it! You did it!
Yeah. So that was pretty badass. Like when it comes to rides, that was probably the most that made you feel like you were part of it, like you were in the story.
Let me ask you. When you rode the Batman at
Mhm.
Six Flags, did you feel like you were fucking Batman?
No, not at all.
But when you did this ride, and I agree with you. I didn't feel like fucking Batman either. To me, when I would go on that ride, it has nothing to do with Batman.
Yeah.
It was like everything looks like Gotham, but Batman would never ride that. He would never do that. That's not Batman, you know. But like what you just explained, like makes you feel like a first person, like you're in a first person shooter game. I'm like, dude, you're in the fucking shit, man. You're fucking there. Those stormtroopers are right there, and they're ready to clock your fucking head in because they're just fascist fucking freaks that don't know any better, you know? That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
that ride was pretty fun. And then I
Nice.
did the
yes, what else happened?
Millennium
Let's
Falcon
move on.
ride. Millennium Falcon ride. I got to fly the Millennium Falcon.
Now
that's
let's
pretty
explain
much
that. Let's explain that. So, like, when you walk into the Millennium Falcon, is there like screens around the cockpit so it makes you feel like
so
you're
that
flying the
one's-
fucking thing?
Yeah, that one's more like that. Like the old school where you'd get into a thing and it would like move around.
But
You know
was
what
it
I
like
mean?
something that was like more like a museum exhibit where people walk just like, or was it actually like considered a ride where only so many people are allowed in at a time? And you get to fuck around in it.
6 people. Yeah, so that one's more like almost an arcade game mixed with a ride.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like, you've got 6 people. You've got 2 pilots, 2 gunners, and 2 engineers. So the pilots are actually flying it, right? Because you're gonna go on a mission or whatever. So you're
Yeah,
flying.
right. But you guys are all assigned these tasks. Like,
Yeah.
You were you a pilot?
Yes, I was a pilot. There was no
Oh,
way I was
thank God.
doing anything other.
Did
than
you tell them that you like rode in Blackhawks and you're like, no, fuck you, dude. I'm a pilot. Like, eat my
No,
ass.
no,
Like,
no.
I kept Blackhawks in the air when you all were fucking eating your fucking Cheerios, you fucking cocksuckers.
No, like the one thing I was like, I'm flying this thing because there's no way that I'm getting on this and being like an engineer.
I'm not
gonna
giving
go
you
fucking-
$50, but you're gonna make sure I am a pilot.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I'll break your fucking legs afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you're a pilot. You're a pilot, Jared. Yeah, step right up.
Yeah. So I get on it and I'm, it's stupid, but they have to make it work. So one person controls the up and down, the other person controls left to right.
Oh,
And then-
that's gay.
Yeah, it's
That's
dumb,
gay.
but it makes it that much harder. 'cause you
Chewie
have to
wouldn't
work.
have fucking did it. Chewie and Han
I
didn't
know.
do that shit. That's
I mean,
it's so
all I have to
unrealistic.
say, it was fun just because, but the
Oh,
best
yeah.
part of it is they have
We're good. Keep going. Don't worry about
the
that.
best part of it is that they have the levers to go to warp speed, and I got to pull that lever, just like in the movie, and like that
Did
was
you,
probably
like-
the highlight of my life.
Did you like put your fist up to people when they were coming near it? Like, fuck you, dude. I'm pulling the lever.
No, it was
Fuck
like right
you.
next to me, so I got to no matter what, like it was there, and like I pulled
Jared,
it,
pull
and
the
we went-
lever. We gotta go to hyperspace.
Yeah,
I got it.
You go warp speed, and like, dude, like there's
You
nothing
literally
better.
is it literally a lever like Conan O'Brien doing a Chuck Norris joke?
It was it was like a. I mean, it was the same shape and.
Oh, it
but
was
you
like
pull it.
same. It was the same thing like in Star Wars, where like Han's like, and then like
Yeah.
all of a sudden everything goes.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened when you pull that lever.
Cool.
And it's the same style and everything, but it resets. So you pull it back and you shoot into warp speed, and then it resets back to forward.
That's fucking wild.
Because you did it. I did it a couple times.
So I was like, you were down there when I saw this on TikTok. So it was on May the 4th that I saw this on TikTok. But you weren't quite there. You went there a few days later.
Mm-hmm.
But like, were they doing like lightsaber things? Like at a certain time, like everybody turn on their fucking lightsaber and like
they
like
didn't do that while I was there. But I heard that
I saw that.
You know, yeah. So there's, like I said, my stepsister works there. She was saying that on May 4th that a bunch of nut jobs were there, like playing with themselves and lightsabers.
Jared, no offense to your stepsister, that's just like her fucking. How do you want to put it? Like, you work at a place for so many years, you get fucking beat the shit out of by that job, and all of a sudden, everybody's a fucking asshole to you. Me and you go through that every day. With our job, but I just imagine with her, it's just like, these fucking nut jobs are here today. It's like, no, these are the people you should be bowing to. These are who everybody wants to be, the fucking nerds. That
I don't know. Here, I would probably consider them nut jobs also because of for one reason.
What?
It was like 95 degrees outside, and people are walking around in like Jedi robes, and I'm like,
dude,
you are out of your fucking mind.
No, you can do a Jedi. No, here's what I'm going to say with that. You can do long sleeves in like humid and hot weather. You're still airing out at the head. But if you're wearing a fucking stormtrooper outfit, you're a fucking nut job. Like, dude, we go to Star Wars Day in Joliet, Illinois. It's Joliet, fucking Illinois. It ain't Florida.
Yeah.
But those fuckers, like, they pull their helmets off, and they've been, like, sweating for years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, oh, God, I need a water. I'm going to fucking pass out. I can't talk to anybody right now. That's how they all are over there. But except
that's
Luis.
That's how I was.
Yeah.
When we go to the fan expo, I just die.
But I'm going to tell you what, though, man. At least you're inside Fan Expo. You don't have the sun beating on you. And at least you have that fan in your helmet. But didn't it go dead on you or something like that?
No, I just didn't have it in my last build that I made. I didn't. I had it in my first helmet, and then I just didn't. My brothers had his in the Boba Fett.
Fucking Bill, bro. Bill, you got lucky that time, man.
Yeah.
Overall, Jared, I need a Portnoy scale on this. What do you got?
I mean, I wouldn't specifically go down to Florida just for that. But
okay, so we're in like the 6 to 7 range right now, maybe 5.
I mean, I guess it depends on what you like. I mean, if you're a real diehard Star Wars person, you got to try it at least once, right?
Yeah.
Just because it's pretty badass, and I didn't even get to like everything. I just did the 2 things. Like, there's a bar there, like I forgot the name of it, but like it's pretty badass inside. Like everybody says,
we might have to do a tell it right and go to the bar.
Exactly.
Have the old stepsister fucking hook us up and get us in the bar, and maybe she could do something like, oh, Tell It Right podcast is going to be here, and everyone's going to be like, oh, Tell It Right podcast, let's go fucking drink with them at the fucking bar.
Well, here's the thing, too. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that I got in, for a discounted rate of free.
Yeah.
It was... Yeah. It was $150 a person.
Holy shit.
Just for one day at that park.
At the whole park or just...
That's just to get into the park. I mean, everything's free as far as rides and everything, but if you want drinks, like I got the blue milk, right?
Was it really milk?
No, it was just like kind of like a fruity... It almost tasted like
a
daiquiri.
Oh, okay.
But so like if you just got the blue milk, just the mix itself, like if you were like a kid drinking it, it was $9. If you wanted rum inside of it, it was $16 for just. It was like a solo cup of this, not even a big solo cup. Like
that's insane. Like, dude, listen, I'm not like any kind of like fucking like finance person and all this shit or an accountant, but like, I'm just a normal human being, and like I go to the store every day, and I know how things cost. You know what I mean? Like, how the and so I sit here and be like, how the fuck can it be like $16? But then I also know that like, you know, it's not necessarily greed, but it's also mixed in with greed, where it's like expenses are high. You know, we're in America. You know, we're not making $2 an hour anymore. You know, you got to pay people real wages and all that. But still, I still feel like they're making more money than they need to. But then at the same time, is it just like, do they got like a variable they throw in there? And it's like, well, here's this variable that like accounts for like people that don't show up and like the business we don't get and all that. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, yeah, we'll mark it up 3,000%. You know, like,
yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe if their movies haven't bombed so much, they'd they would have more money. It wouldn't be.
I gotta take a look at this. There was an article that came out today, I guess last night on Saturday Night Live. What's his face? The dude that's married Scarlett Johansson that does Weekend Update.
Yeah.
What's his name? Colin something. He like made a joke about how there's like no Marvel movies for like the next year. You know, on Disney or whatever. He's like, something like, it better be there. It better only be a year or something. Like, he was just trying to make a joke because his wife's Scarlett Johansson. She plays at Marvel, and it's like, we need more movies because that makes us money. You know?
Yeah.
At least with him, you know. But I don't know if it was actually that funny. You know, it's, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, like, let's just say, like, in, like, 5 years, your old man's like, hey, come down, we're going to have a party, and you come down. Would you go back?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would go again, but, like, so I went, like...
As long as you're forced to America's dong, you'll go. Okay.
I was there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's like I was... You know, there was a short period of time, and I just kind of wanted to hit a few spots, but, like, I could spend a whole day in that area, which, I don't know. It would probably be kind of rough, even, like, if I brought my kid, like, because she wouldn't want to stay in that area.
But didn't she stay in that area when she went?
She went there, but it's...
Or she like, she just breezed by?
There's more, like, kid stuff in some of the other ones.
Yeah.
You know, there's like the Toy Story area, and then they've got the Mickey and Minnie like ride in the middle where you're, you know, that
kids even know who
Chinese,
Mickey and Minnie are.
Yeah, you know that like Chinese theater, that's the big one that's in
the one in LA.
Yeah, well, they got a replica.
But in Florida, yeah.
Well, they got a replica one in there. Yeah, so I mean, it's.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't know. It's like. There's a lot of stuff to do there. I don't know. I'd like to just do the Star Wars part and like go to that bar and just like get wasted or something one day.
Give me more blue milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Like that would be fun, but otherwise,
blue milk.
It wasn't bad. I mean, it was definitely cool. You know.
Well, that's good.
But
no, that's good. No, that's good to know. It's good for everybody listening. You know. You going to Florida? You gonna hit up the Disney World? Fucking check out Star Wars. Pay a lot of money. Pay a lot of money and see Star Wars. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is the only time you can't leave a comment on our website, and we can actually do something for you here. Like you just gotta you gotta save your monies and do it, man. You just gotta do it. You know. No, that's awesome. I'm glad you got to experience that. Glad you got to go. I'm jealous as fuck, but that's all right. Don't worry about that. But no, so while you were out there in Disney World and Orlando and, you know, fucking eating bath salts and ripping people's faces off and shit, I went to the local movie theater on May 4th, and I saw Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace in the theater again.
Oh,
it was great. It was great. You know what? I don't even remember seeing it in the theater. I know I did. I mean, you know how I know I did? Because I got those Taco Bell fucking Pogs, and I was collecting those motherfuckers.
Did they give you Pogs?
No. Oh, that would have been so badass if they gave you Pogs.
Was there a bunch of people dressed up there?
No, I was the only one. I wore my I wore my Mexican poncho in respect for Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah.
And, I mean, everybody wore like Star Wars shirts, but nobody was dressed up. I was the only one dressed up, and that's why I like messaged. I sent like a group, like in our group chat. I was just like, "Bro, I wish I asked you like to borrow a fucking lightsaber like earlier this week." Because it would have worked. It would have came in handy tonight, you know, just fucking lighting up a lightsaber and all that shit. No, dude, it was great. It was cool seeing that again on the big screen. It's just so sad that Qui-Gon gets killed, dude. He is the best. He is the best Jedi ever. I don't like any other Jedi. I really don't. I'm just Qui-Gon. I'm a Qui-Gon guy. I don't know what to tell you. And you know what? I'm really upset that in Obi-Wan that they didn't actually bring him out. You know, it was that last scene at the end, and it was just like, bullshit. Qui-Gon had a bigger part in that movie, and I don't know why they didn't, or in that show, and I don't know why they didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, for God's sakes,
because they couldn't pay Liam Neeson.
Probably, but like, for God's sakes, that's like the fucking guy that found Anakin. You know what I mean? And like, now the Republic has failed. The fucking Jedi are on the run. Like, you need
it's
a guy
all his
like
fault.
that. No, well, maybe, but you need a guy like Qui-Gon to keep you fucking sane. I don't know how Obi-Wan did it. He is lucky that the people that wrote his story didn't fucking think about it. I'm just in my head like, there's no way after they did that last Revenge of the Sith, there's no way that Obi-Wan Kenobi could have found Luke Skywalker and made him a Jedi after that. Like, he would have been like fucking wrapped up in a cave, just like rubbing his arms and like rocking back and forth. Like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, kind of like in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, he was kind of like that actually. He's like, Master, I need you to. I really need your help right now. Like, shit's going down, dude. Like, fucking, I got Leia right now. You know, I got the Chosen One's daughter, and like, shit's hitting the fan. What do we do? You know, and he never shows up. And then at the end, he's just like, oh, you weren't looking in the right place. Like, fuck you, dude. Like, you should have been there. Like, what the fuck? You know. But, you know, actually, though, speaking of Obi-Wan, so I was watching that. I did watch that again. And I will have to say, watching that first episode, dude, it's fucking wild with Reva. Like, I know, like, Reva had, a hating trend on her. Like, nobody liked her. Nobody liked that character. And I'm sure many people talked about this a long time ago. I don't think we ever did. Like, that first episode, dude, where she's like, they're on the one planet where Obi-Wan gets Leia, and then they leave. And all of a sudden, she becomes like a fucking African cheetah. Just like fucking running through the city, and they just keep, like, they'll show her for like 5 seconds, and like it'll have that like drum music going, like boom, 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 you know, and she's just like running with her lightsaber with all fury, you know, and then it just like it kind of like bounces back to like Obi-Wan and chasing Leia, and there's like there are laser beams going across, but it seems like way less like involved with what's going on there. Then it goes back to her, and it's like boom, 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 and she's just like fucking jumping off buildings and shit. And what's the best about it is, like, when you originally see, like, when she, like, identifies, like, Obi-Wan Kenobi is probably over here, you know, because of all the laser fire. it seriously takes 10 minutes to actually for them to like run into each other in that like docking bay, right? Like,
Yeah.
like they just keep going back and forth. And then there's like a point where like Obi-Wan is just having like a 5-minute conversation with Leia, and this bitch is still fucking like running like a cheetah across the goddamn city to find him, you know? And it's like, you would have been there in like 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, but we've just like spread this out over like 20 minutes. And like, and then the best is they fucking leave and she shows up and she's just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And then they're like already on the like the ship or whatever. Well, that's when she runs into the Haji guy. What's his name? I forget his name. I don't think he has a real name actually. No, he does, but I don't know it. The guy that played in the Elementals, he played in Community. You know, the Hindu guy that's funny and plays in all the Marvel movies.
I can't think of his name. I know who you're talking about, though.
That guy.
Yeah, the guy.
He's that guy. Yeah, that guy.
That one guy. Yeah.
That one guy. I'm pretty sure he's a Bollywood star, but
I don't think he is.
How the fuck did this girl get it? My dog just got in here. She just like walked through a fucking wall, dude. It's amazing. Yeah, no, I had to point that out, dude. It was like the most ridiculous part of all of Kenobi was Reva just like on a rage, and it drew out for like 20 minutes. It's a Catholic. I'm gonna blame that on Kathleen Kennedy. That's a Kathleen Kennedy error right there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, it's like we didn't need her character at all. Like there was no need for that.
You know what's the best? Fucking Anakin just stabs her on the other side at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So he knows he stabbed her in the one end when she was a youngling. You know, now he just stabs her on the other end, and he's like, "Fuck you, I'm out of here." You know, it's the best. So, but yeah, so no, Phantom Menace was great to see in the theater. But what was actually really cool about it was they actually gave a clip from Acolytes.
Yeah.
At the end. I'm not talking about like just a shitty movie trailer that you'd get on YouTube or whatever. Mm-hmm. This was actually like a couple minutes of actual dialogue in an actual scene. All right. Okay. So it starts off with the chick from The Matrix because she plays in it.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But then some crazy other bitch in like some kind of like armor comes up and she's like, is so-and-so here? And like everybody gets silent, and then this like huge fight scene breaks out, and they're just fighting in this fucking bar and all this. Now the chick from The Matrix, she don't pull out her fucking weapon at all this whole time. So she just basically pulls like an Ezra or something, like doesn't use a fucking lightsaber and is just like dodging everything. It was fucking badass. And then they did do the gay ass trailer shit where they do clips from all the other episodes, you know, with music and all that, like a montage. Yeah. But like, I didn't know what I was getting into, and I was like waiting for it, and like, dude, those credits were long. There are a lot of people that work on fucking Star Wars, people. There are a lot of fucking people. That is like a 10-minute fucking ending. Right there, or the credit part at least. It's like 10 minutes. I was like, "Fuck, dude, I want to leave." But then, finally it came out, and like I was just like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!" I've never actually seen a clip from a show before it's actually aired.
Yeah,
not like this where it was like a couple minutes of dialogue, and I've just only seen it where they cut everything from like all the episodes and make it into one that gets you like, oh, I gotta fucking watch this shit.
Yeah.
So
I mean, did it look decent?
Yeah. No. Good cameras. Good. I think it had more of a bluish hue to it, so that little blue tint to it. Not really, but a little bit more on the blue side.
Okay.
It's a cool look. It was a cool look about everything about it. Like I would compare it similar to like the cameras and lighting that like Andor had.
Okay.
So
or that like
more of that darker. Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be good. I can't wait for June. June's gonna be a fun month.
Is that when it comes out?
Yeah, it should come out in June. I think they said June. Yeah, so keep your eye on Disney Plus during the month of June here. Yeah, I mean, with
June
that
4th.
said, Star Wars Day for us does not end until the Joliet Parade actually takes place. Just so everybody knows. Yeah. So, Star Wars Day is May the 4th. And then Star Wars Day in Joliet is going to be what? June what?
June 1st.
June 1st, people. We love Star Wars Day. Because, the last time we were at Star Wars Day, what did we say? It felt like we were on a vacation and we were just visiting different tourist spots because they were serving beer in museums and shit. It was fucking wild. So yeah, looking forward to that. Our boy Louise should be out there. Keep wanting to say Guzman, but that's not his fucking name. Dude, what was Louise's name? Why can't I remember his last name? Whatever. But Louise dresses up like Barf. He's our boy. I'm just having a brain fart right now. I know his last name. Yeah, dude. Remember last year when we just yelled his name out? We were just like, Barf! And then he just pointed right at us. He knew who the fuck we were. He was like, those are my boys right there. Those are my boys, Mike and Jared.
And they just announced for Fan Expo that Mark Hamill will be there this year.
Holy fuck, that is right. Holy shit, Affirm. My application's going in quick because I'm going to see Mark Hamill this year, bitches.
Yeah, $400 to get your photo taken with him.
Don't worry, I'm financing it with Affirm.
Yeah, 29% interest.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Absolutely. Isn't that illegal? You can't have 29% interest, can you?
I think they can.
I thought you couldn't go that high. Maybe I'm
wrong.
It's
only on credit cards because this is short-term financing.
You're getting an autograph, so yeah, we're going to charge you 50% interest on that.
So your $400 is now a $600, and you can pay it over a year.
Yeah.
It's going to which is basically going to cost you $100 a month.
Dude, if I was the actor that and I found out somebody's paying $600 to get my $400 signature, I almost might give it my signature out for free. It's dude, I feel so bad for you. You're going to pay $200 more for my signature because you can't afford it today. Here you go. Here's my signature. Fuck that.
How about instead you give me your money and I'll just kick you in the balls right now.
Right.
And you can just walk away because I'll save you a couple bucks.
It reminds me of the episode of Community where Chevy Chase's character, he goes off the deep end and he pretends like he's dying and he makes everybody come to the hospital and he sets up this whole elaborate thing to bequeath everybody with his with what's left of his life or whatever, and but what he bequeaths turns out to be psychological warfare towards everybody within the group. And one of the things was Troy always wanted a signed autograph from LeVar Burton. Okay. All right. Never wanted to meet the guy, just wanted a signed contract from LeVar Burton. And Pierce calls LeVar Burton to come out. He shows up at the hospital. Also, there's a cutaway to Donald Glover, who plays Troy, and he's just like, I told Pierce that I never wanted to see LeVar Burton. I just wanted an autograph. And he's just screaming like a child in this cafeteria, kicking shit over. I never wanted to meet LeVar Burton, And then, but So, anyways, every time Troy sees LeVar, he goes silent. And his face all of a sudden is just like wide eyes and his jaw's dropped. He's just like the whole time. And LeVar is just like trying to figure out how to talk to this guy. He's just like,
Yeah.
Okay. Like, it's almost like Troy's a disabled person. And like, LeVar is just like, all right, I'm gonna do something different today. I'm gonna work with the handicap here. And like, this is what he got. You know what I mean? Like, this guy that just won't talk he's in complete shock and awe and like freaks out. But so then like LeVar is talking to another person in the group, Britta, and she's like, "Oh yeah, Troy really loves you and all this. He really loves your work and all that." And he's like, "Really?" Because he just seems kind of like he's not interested. She's like, "Oh no, for real." She's like, "You know what? You should stay another day. I'll pay for your flight." She's like, "Here you go. I'm going to write you a check for $200 because that's all I have to my name." And she's like, and LeVar's like, "You only have $200 to your name?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You keep your money. I'll just reschedule." And then he tells her, "You're really foolish with your money. You know that, right?" Anyways, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Well, either way.
Affirm. Yeah. Get your autographs on Affirm, everybody. What else is going on though? We want to go to. You said Salsa Fest, right? Is the weekend after in Joliet there?
The 8th. Yeah, that's the 8th.
I wonder if the champion himself's going to be there.
I highly doubt it.
What's his name again?
What if Bill Murray showed up? That'd be pretty
Holy
badass.
shit! Oh my god! Yeah, to support his. We should go to a fucking. I keep calling them the Jackhammers. What are they again? They're the Joliet. Yes, no, the Slammers, because the jail. Yeah. We figured that out before. No, but like, yeah, dude. Like, what if he was there and he was just like, "Hey, you boys want to come to the Skybox tonight for tonight's game?" I'd be like, "Yeah." Like, "Yeah, Bill, I'm there." Fucking there, Bill. And then he'd be like, yeah, I don't know what he would say, actually.
I don't know what he'd say either. But
Or we'd ask him, we'd see him on the street, we'd ask him, he'd be like, "Get fucking lost, you fucking pricks."
But we will, maybe we'll eat some salsa. Who knows?
Like, what else is going to, like, what do you know about Salsa Fest? Let's just kind of like.
I know nothing about it. I mean, it's just an event. Here, I'll read you.
Well, I'm just like
Salsa
wondering,
Fest.
is it like Taste of Chicago, or just like salsa though? You just like come up, you hand some tickets, and you get some dippers, some chips and dippers. Like, how do you have a salsa fest? Like, you can't just hand the shit out for free. Like, you're gonna lose money on all those tomatoes.
Join us for live music, Latin Satin Soul Band, DJ entertainment, and a salsa dancing lessons and demonstration.
Oh my god!
Vendors will have free salsa samples and amazing food and beverages for purchase. That's it.
Everybody, www.tellitrightpodcast.com. We need camera guys. Fucking apply there in the comment section. Just say, "I want to be a camera guy," and I will talk to you, and we'll get you set up. We're going to Salsa Fest, everybody. It's happening June 8th, Joliet, Illinois. Weekend before Star Wars Day. That's happening. We're going to see our boy Louise. He's going to walk proud in that fucking parade. You know what? We're going to try to get another interview this year. We're going to do it. We're going to get an interview. I don't think we're going to find Erica Morris, though. That's a one-off thing, man. I really thought last year that would have came back. Like, someone would have been like, "Oh, I'm Erica Morris," or like, "Oh, you know of Erica Morris too? Yeah, that fucking crazy guy the year before, he fucking in the fucking boot and all that shit."
Yeah.
No, yeah, dude, we got a good lineup so far. I mean, we do have a pretty big gap, unless we go back to Rib Fest. I don't know if our boys at How Rude are playing again this year. I would hope they are. But we could always go to Tinley Park Rib Fest again. You know, that's
Yeah.
always a good time. But yeah, I mean, we pretty much have the summer. We pretty much have time between Rib Fest and Fan Expo. So
Yeah.
Fan Expo, I got good feelings about Fan Expo this year. You
I
know,
gotta get working on my shit.
yeah. What do you? Oh, before we go here, all right, we've got a few minutes left. What do you think you're gonna wear for Fan Expo this year? What is your goal? What is your goal costume for Fan Expo this year? Do you want to do you want to release this right now to the public, or do you want to keep this close to the chest?
No, I mean,
I should ask that first.
No, I want to. I'm still building that Zakul Knight thing. So
The what?
Zakul Knight.
What the fuck's a cool night?
It's from Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, okay.
So it's.
I don't know what that looks like, but I'm interested.
I'll send you a picture of it.
I'm committed to this, actually,
But
people.
it's
I'm committed.
it'll be pretty cool, especially because this will probably be a good Star Wars year because obviously they have Mark Hamill.
Oh,
I mean, there's going to be a lot of Star Wars fans
Mark.
going. So
Mark Hamill, maybe. I just all I want to do is just stand in that line. Like, I don't even want his autograph. I just want him to tell me the fucking Harrison Ford story again. Hey,
but-
kid, it's not that kind of movie.
Well, the thing is, I mean, he's usually, what you call it? They usually have that parade.
Yeah.
Remember the one year, like the first year we went, like I was walking around and like I turn, they're like, "Oh, we're getting ready for the parade," and I like turn and like Anthony Daniels is like standing right next to me. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Like, it's C-3PO is like within hand's reach, like right next to me, and I'm like, "Holy crap!" So
Just
I
think
mean,
about it. Mark Hamill this year.
yeah, exactly. He'll probably be doing it for sure. There's
You
no
know
way
who-
they wouldn't?
You know who creeps me out? Is Emily Swallows. She creeps me out. She was at a Fan Expo and did a TikTok, because Fan Expo makes them do TikToks and shit.
Yeah,
And, like, she says she can cluck, like, any fucking song, and she tries clucking Vanilla Ice, and I'm like, you're weird, dude. Just
Dude,
go
they
put
have
that fucking
nothing
mask
to
back on.
do. They have nothing to do. Like when they go to these things, like in between,
Yeah,
like shows and stuff, or like when it's slow.
right.
She was at Fan Expo last year,
Yeah.
and
Well, her and
They
Katie
were
had
at-
to go jump into the DeLorean.
yeah, but I mean, remember,
Katie
like we
Sackhoff.
walked by them, and like there was nobody there.
Yeah.
Like there's no lines for them or anything, and it's like, what? Like these are like famous people, and there's like nobody there.
Wait, remember when we walked past Michael J. Fox's booth? There was a huge line, but he wasn't there.
Yeah,
It was just like all these people just like handing fucking like autographs out. Like,
Yeah.
why? Like, that gets me, dude. Like, that's false advertisement, At the end of the day, they get away with it because they can still put out the fucking, what do you call it? That, or they'll refund them. But they can still give them the autograph, So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you still got the autograph. But the whole point is to meet the fucking guy. And we all know his deal. Like, when Fan Expo says, oh, Michael J. Fox is going to be here, well, we all kind of sit here like, is he really going to be here? Like, how can he be here?
Well, he
like,
was there.
How is this going to work? Like, is he going to sit there for 5 minutes and then disappear? And then, but, like, what ended up happening is he never sat there. He never sat in front of the fans. And then, like, what was it, his kids or something? I don't even know who these people were. They were just young kids fucking handing out Michael J. Fox fucking...
well, it's probably his handlers.
Yeah.
But he was there because he did the photo ops.
At least he did the photo op, I guess. Yeah. But, like,
Wait.
still, the autograph
Sit
thing.
still.
I'd rather, you know what? I know photos last a lifetime, but I would rather just, like, be like, yo, Mike, what's up? I'd rather talk to the dude. I don't care if it's going to be hard for him to talk back, but that's probably why he doesn't do it, because it's like, I can't talk to like 1,000 people in a day, you know?
Well, to have him sitting there, like,
Just like,
going, that'd just be
I'm
crazy.
a terrible person. Fucking twitching like I have Parkinson's or something. I'm probably going to get Parkinson's. I'm probably just going to, probably. So, but all right, everybody. That's episode 75. Jared came back. We're so happy. I just want to say that. We're so fucking happy he came back. We were worried. We were worried for a second, but I truly knew what was going on. But everybody else, they're like, is Jared coming back? And I'm like, Jared's coming back. He's coming back. Don't worry about it. But, yeah, no, everybody, thanks for checking out 75 here. Make sure if you're a new subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Or if you're a new listener, hit the subscribe button. Long-time listeners, thank you again. You're the fucking shit. Keep doing what you're doing. Look fucking pretty. And share this shit to everybody. We love it. We love you. We love it. Everybody else, hit up www.tellitrightpodcast.com. Leave your comments there. Check out our content. Check out our merch page. Merch page is always growing. We're going to be growing that. We're coming up with more ideas every day, people. More ideas every day, I tell you. Merch. But no, that's going to be the best way to help us right now. If you want us to expand this and go above and beyond, we need you to buy a t-shirt. At least one. We have no idea how much money we're going to actually make off the t-shirts because it's through a website and we don't control anything. They'll just print it as you order it. We'll get something from it. But that'll help, everything else here. So, but other than that, thanks for joining in. We appreciate it. Have yourselves a great day.
Tell It Right Podcast.